Just to be clear, yeah, I love medicine. I don't think there's anything else I'd rather be doing at university. Bro, on Thursday, I was holding a newborn baby. A baby that was only 12 hours old. There was two newborn babies. I was just holding it in my arm and I was having to examine it. It was the cutest thing ever. And I don't know about you guys, but my measure of the quality of a degree is how many newborn babies do you get to hold?
Okay.
But there are some things about being a medical student that like all things, medicine is definitely not perfect. It's inevitable in every relationship. It's not me, it's you. So yeah, if you're thinking of applying to medicine or you're entering your first year of medical school, then stick around and watch this video because I'll be telling you guys 5 things I hate about medical school. Hate is a strong word. Probably don't like. I don't like about medical school. Exams. Now they may be necessary, but with all the intraperitoneal organs inside my body, I hate them. When you do a medical school exam, you just sort of wonder, how is it actually this hard? It's actually impressive how hard they can make them. It's not like A-levels and GCSEs where you come out of an exam and think, oh yeah, that was a hard exam, but I've done quite well. I've probably got over 80 or 90%. Bro, legit, to medical school exams, I have to wear gym clothes because I know I'm gonna come out of the exam more sweaty than Tarek when he sees buy one, get one free at the laddu shop. A good score at medical school is around like 60, 65. You know what? A good score at medical school is just pass. If you pass, that is amazing. Well done. And the other thing about exams at medical school is that if you don't pass them, then normally they offer you a reset. But then if you don't pass the reset, then you best come up with a good excuse why you didn't pass, because then they normally just chuck you out. And I think another thing is, at least for me and probably a lot of other medical students, is that you have to have this sort of tolerance for being average. Everyone at medical school has amazing UCAT, amazing GCSEs, amazing A-levels. Like, you're in the cream of the crop, buddy. And when you're at medical school, it's hard to come to terms with the fact that you're not that special. But then again, you never were. That's something important to understand, that you're not special. You're not a unique snowflake. You have to work hard if you want success. And if you've gotten to medical school, that's what you've been doing. You've been working so hard to get to that position. So I guess it teaches you that in life, if you want success, then you gotta work hard, work smart, and take lessons in your inevitable failures. Self-directed learning. I'm the type of student who loves to squeeze the knowledge out of teachers. I love intense questioning. This is my way of making sure that I understand topics. For me, if I've got a person of knowledge in front of me, I'm gonna make the most of my time by just asking so many questions and making sure that I just absorb all the knowledge out of them. And that's something you can't really do in the lectures. I mean, it's quite different from a classroom environment where you've only got like 15 people and you can just like basically have the teacher to yourself. It's more like one-to-one learning. Not only that, but now that I've entered my clinical years, 3rd year, I noticed that a lot of the sort of knowledge is self-taught almost. I feel like as the years go on in medicine, there's less spoon-feeding of knowledge. For example, when I'm on my placements, I have to ask my doctors, can I do a history and examination? Can I do this? This is what I want to get out of my learning. If you don't do that, you'll just be stuck just observing and not really doing anything. You have to, be proactive with your learning and actually almost chase your education. And yeah, if you are someone like me who loves to be spoon-fed knowledge, who loves to just squeeze the knowledge out of teachers, then universities often have a variety of teaching styles. For example, at Newcastle University, they do have lectures, but also smaller group seminars, like a seminar group of 15 people. And that's where I got to, just have a lot more sort of one-to-one teaching almost in those seminar groups. Anatomy sessions in the dissection lab, they were great as well because they were smaller groups. It wasn't like a whole lecture theatre of 300 people, meaning you could just grab a teacher and just ask them loads of questions and just get taught by them, almost like a one-to-one teaching, which was absolutely amazing for me. Pre-clinical years. Now, this is my opinion, okay, but in hindsight, the content was just a bit dry. That's my opinion, okay? Some people love learning about the biochemistry and all the reactions that happen inside the body. And, I'll admit as well, it was cool. It was cool at first, for the first couple of months. But after 2 years of it, I just... Personally, I enjoy the more clinical side of medicine. You know, a patient presents to you. What questions are you going to ask in your history? What are you going to look for when you examine them? What bedside investigations you're going to order? What scans you're going to do? How are you going to actually help them in terms of treatment and management, and how you can actually deal with them, their psychological and social side, as well as their biological. That side for me, that's the reason why I wanted to study medicine, to learn how to actually treat a human being. That being said, I'm not saying it's not important to learn the anatomy, physiology, even epidemiology as well. You know what? Epidemiology is actually really important to learn, or at least to have a basic understanding of it, because then that way you're gonna have an idea of how rare and common certain diseases are. So that's gonna help you in the clinics and when you practice. Bro, even learning about all that gram-stained bacteria, the Streptococcus pneumonia, Streptococcus pyogenes, Streptococcus expelliarmus, all of that is so important, because knowing the bacteria causing an infection in a patient is going to help you to choose the right antibiotic for that patient. That being said, doctors often look up their trust guidelines for antibiotic choice, meaning you don't have to remember the antibiotic choice for different infection-causing bacteria. What? Did you guys hear anything? No? Okay, good. This is just sad. On the wards, you can often feel rubbish. It's annoying because you're on the ward to learn, but sometimes just everyone's busy. You have to do a history and examination on a patient, and then the doctor turns around and says, "Oh, sorry, it's not a great idea for you to do that because the patient's quite upset. Why don't you talk to that doctor over there? He'll probably have something to do." You can feel sometimes passed around, and if you're not proactive with your learning, then you really won't get anything out of your clinical placements. That being said, I get it. I do get it. Like, doctors, they're busy saving lives. I mean, that's their first priority, patient safety. And not only that, but most of the doctors, they're so nice. I've met so many amazing doctors who have taken so much time out for me, you know, a medical student, to teach me, to make sure that I'm comfortable on the wards. I mentioned this in one of my vlogs where I did a late shift on the pediatric ward, that, you know, F1 and F2 doctors, they're absolutely amazing for a medical student, because usually they're the ones who are able to take out the most amount of their time to teach medical students. But on Thursday, when I was doing the newborn baby checks, the person who probably taught me the most and took the most amount of time for me was an SHO, so someone training to be specialized in that area. She was so nice and chilled as well, so shout out. And if it is the case that you're on the ward and you feel a bit ignored and everyone's busy, then just don't let it get to you. Just ask a doctor if you can take a history examination. There will be a patient on a ward most of the time that you can take a history and examination from, or there'll be something on the ward for you to do. And then just do it. Shia LaBeouf it. Just take the history and examination. Take some bloods. Just do it! And finally, work-life balance. How can I not mention work-life balance? I've definitely found this difficult in the past, especially when medical schools at the start, they normally say something like, "Oh, we expect you to work this many hours in the week." And then you just think, you know, how the hell am I gonna work that many hours in a week and beat the Ender Dragon with my iron enchanted armor? I don't even play Minecraft. I wish I did though.
Play Minecraft to cook some raw fish.
It's hard to make time for family, it's hard to make time for friends. A lot of the plans and motives that your friends want to do. Bro, let's go chicken shop, bro, and get strip burger, bro. Sorry, I have to learn the anatomy of the brain by tomorrow. What's me? Bro, I remember in Freshers Week, we had lectures. No other course at university had lectures. Everyone else was doing like the fun like activities like quad biking, paintballing. Bro, we were stuck in lectures. So it can definitely be physically and mentally draining. But I think something that's helped me is I've learned to work smartly and not work hard. For example, this year I've started clinical years, and rather than making notes, I've already had notes passed down to me from another friend, and now I'm just reading that and also doing multiple choice questions on past medicine. That's going to really help me develop my active recall, which is what I'm going to have to use in my exam. So yeah, working smartly has meant that I've saved a lot of time, and therefore I've got more time to do stuff that I love, like making videos. Aww. And from experience, another thing that helps with work-life balance is having other friends from other courses that don't study medicine. Shout out to my buddy Hassan, aka Alice. He's a close friend of mine. You know, we met in first year because we both lived at the same university accommodation, and he doesn't study medicine, and therefore, like, not to say that his course or other courses aren't as demanding, but yeah, having friends like don't study medicine is refreshing because they remind you to take breaks. And yeah, apart from distracting me from my studies, that's all Hassan is pretty much good for. So yeah. So yeah, that's the video. If you guys enjoyed that video, then please subscribe, like, comment, and check out my other videos. I post videos every Sunday, whether it's helpful videos for medical school applicants or medical students, or vlogs giving you guys an insight to my life as a medical student. And yo, we have over 700 subscribers. That is absolutely, I'm so grateful, alhamdulillah. Like, that is absolutely crazy. I've got high aims, alright? I'm aiming for 1K by the end of 2021. And I think I've got just under 10 months to do that. So please continue to show your love and support. I appreciate it so much. Cool. See you guys in the next one.